Guys, this is the second sort of installment for balancing equations. I thought I'd do a slightly more difficult one, I suppose, than just water being broken down. It's not too complex though, but it's just a little bit of a step more. So what we've got here is chlorine. What I'm going to do is actually just get rid of make them subscripts because they haven't got subscripts here. All right. Because my eyes are so beady, I might make them a little bit larger to see. All right, so example here is chlorine being mixed with potassium iodide, which gives us potassium chloride plus iodine. Straight off the bat, I can see that there's inconsistencies and it's not balanced because I've got two chlorines here, one just here, one iodine over here, and two over here. So it does need to be balanced, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this tutorial. That's a no-brainer. So I'm going to start off by doing what I did before in the last tutorial, which was to create my elements and to state how many I've got. So I've got chlorine, I've got potassium, and I've got iodine. Over here, I've got chlorine, potassium, iodine. Now I choose to make them the same on each side like that. It doesn't matter what order they're going up here. It just makes my brain easier to comprehend things, I suppose. The other way you could do this is put it into a table. If your brain works better down rather than up, down rather than across, you can put them into a table. All right, so next line. How many chlorines have I got? Well, because there's a big C and a little L here, that means that's chlorine. And I've got two chlorines. So I'm going to whack a 2 down. My K's, I've just got one. There's no numbers near it, so that's just one potassium. And my I, I've just got one iodide. One. Couldn't find the one then. I'm losing my marbles. Whoops, that wasn't a great move. Okay. Over this side, chase it. Over this side, I have chlorine, but I've only got one this time. So I've got one chlorine. How many potassiums? I've got one potassium. And iodine, I've got two now. I magically grew another one. That's fantastic. So now I've got my elements broken down from my compounds. I can start to see where I'm at and what I need to do. For starters, I've got two chlorines, one chlorine here. So I'm going to attack my chlorines first, I think. So I want to make this 2, and the only way I can do that, I'll just copy this. Down here. The only way I can make this a 2 is by up here placing a 2 there. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a 2 there to times those chlorines by 2. Show you what I've done. I'll get this line here as well. Copy this down to the next level. Alright. So now that I've got a 2 out the front here, I need to change some of these. I've got 2 Ks now, 2 potassiums. I'm going to make this a 2. And I've got 2 chlorines, so I'm going to make this a 2. Bam, done. I better fill those in red so you can see the progress as we go. All right, so that's all I've done so far. Now I've got 2, 2, 2 on this side and 2, 1, 1 over here. I need to make these both 2s to match there. So, copy, paste. I come to this side. I need to make K2. The only way I can do that, and the only way I can make the two potassiums is to put a 2 at the front of my potassium over here. Make that a red. All right, now because I've done that, I times this potassium by 2. So now I've got 2 potassiums. And I also times this iodine over here by 2 because it's connected as well when I put the 2 at the front. That makes that 2. And now I can see, this is the OCD in me making things red. I can see now I've got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Everything is balanced, everything is good, all is happy in the world. And so that's my balanced equation for that. Some of these will take a bit of working around. They don't always come in a 2 or 3 step process. Sometimes you work them and you work them and you work them and it doesn't seem like it's clicking. Sometimes it's good to go back again and restart and think of a different way to balance. Sometimes it's the element that you start off with that makes it undo for you. So yeah, sometimes it's easier than others, but this has hopefully shown you another way of balancing a slightly more complex equation. All right, thanks, bye.